Welcome to another session of the School of Thought, Lunch and Learn. Happy holiday, everybody. Having a good day today. I hope you're having fun and you're staying safe. Okay? Now, our subject today is the importance of having boundaries. Listen, I want to give you detailed explanation. What does that mean? Boundaries are not limitation. Boundaries are the safeguard of life. You have to have boundaries in life. You were created with boundaries. When we were created on earth, God told Adam and Eve that you could eat from this tree, not from that tree. But you could eat from all of the other stuff that's in the garden. That's boundaries. So you were created with one. When you don't have boundaries, you become liquid and you take shape and form on anything that's around you, anybody that's around you, and you become liquid. Like some people say, I'm liquid. That's not a good thing. So you become liquid. You have no shape, no form. So whatever the person need at the time, as you become liquid, you become whatever they want. You satisfy their thirst, and when they finish with you, you put away as an empty cup. You put away as an empty pitcher because you fulfill somebody else's desire. You fulfill what somebody else need because you have no boundaries. You just liquid, and whatever they need, you become. Whatever shape or fashion that's around you, you take form or fashion or whatever, whoever that's in your life. You have to have boundaries as your safeguard in life. Safeguard is what it does. It gives you the ability for you to develop to be who you're supposed to be on this earth, so you could affect this earth. It gives you the safety to grow. It gives you the safety to develop and not go into something else and to become something else that you were not created to be. Let me give you an example. Now, when the sea and when God created the sea, the earth, he gave them boundaries. When he said, okay, ocean, this is your boundary. You are not to go over. What happened when the water in the ocean start going over the limitation, or I would say the boundaries? It become a tsunami. Damage take place. People die. It brings death. So when you are outside of your boundaries, there's a death and a disconnection that take place. When nature go outside of its boundaries, and you get twisters and you get tornadoes and all of that, and the wind that pick up trees, that's outside of the boundaries that it was created. So if you go outside of your boundary you were created, you will never fulfill the fullness of who you really are. You'll never become the person that you were created on this earth. You will never, how will I say, that experience the fullness of who you are, the excellence of who you are, because you're so busy fulfilling everybody else's thirst because of your lack of boundaries. In every place in your life, you have to have boundaries. Every area, even relationship, whether with your fiance, your husband, your wife, your children, your friends, you have to have boundaries. There's certain things you will not go over. Certain things you will not fulfill the best version of yourself outside of your boundaries. When you go outside of your boundary, is the same thing as the tsunami. Death take place because you outside. There's something that I saw that this particular person thought that they were a lizard, and they started changing themselves to become a lizard. And I saw another one who said they was a tiger. You're going outside of the boundary of your humanity, who you're supposed to be, to go outside of your bound, to go in the animal kingdom, to become one of them. But that's not what you were created to be. You went outside of your boundaries. That you're not exercising or experiencing the best version of yourself. So when the person is cutting their tongue so it look like a lizard, it's doing this and doing the tattoo, their head and everything to be like a lizard. That's outside of your boundaries. Who were you created to be? Let's take, first of all, happy holiday. I hope y'all having a great day. Take today as a day to reflect and ask yourself this question. You may be at the beach, you may be at the cookout. Just take a few minutes. Digress. Step back. Let me have a talk with myself. What are my boundaries in my life? Let me talk to myself that my boundaries are not limitation, but they are my safety for life, guardrails for life, my safety to develop and become the best version of who I've been created to be. For me to do the work and find out, who am I? What am I created to do on this earth? You do that in your boundaries. That's the reason why you see a mother hen will lay eggs. She created a boundaries, a safety place, so the eggs, the babies could develop and crack and come out of the eggs safely, so that they become the best version of themselves. So take a minute today and write down, what are my boundaries? Do I have any? Or am I liquid for anybody that come in my life and become whatever they want me to be, and fulfilling everybody else's thirst until I'm left empty? I'm left like an empty pitcher when nobody else could use me no more, until the next person will come. Well, I like this and I want you to become that, and you just become liquid and you form yourself into whatever cup they give you, and then you become that. I want to continue next week or Friday, the reason why people do that. And then I want you to take time out. If I do that, I need to know why. What caused me to do that? You have to come to a point to be honest with yourself so you can live the best version of yourself on this earth. So no, boundaries are not manipulation or control and I want to be free. Okay, you could be free in the safe place where you could be free. Why go outside of what you've been giving to be free to say that I'm free? You're no longer free once you're outside of your boundaries. It's no longer freedom, right? We all think the freedom is to go out on hand about. That's not freedom. You back into another form of slavery. You're back into another form of a slavery mindset to something else or somebody else. So my time is almost up. But for those of you who may have some question, we are creating a space for you to ask me whatever you like concerning relationship, concerning school of thought, concerning the mindset and how to transform. So we are creating a place, but right now, if you still want to ask me a question, you can email me at coaching@Josray Enterprise. coaching@JosrayEnterprises.com. Okay, so you can still send me a question and go to hanajosray.com. But we are creating a space so you'll be able to ask these questions, because it's my heart desire for this generation to wake up. This generation to wake up to a mindset and use the intelligence that we were created to have, for you to become the best version of you, for you to affect this earth, that this world will become better because of you, because of who you are, because of what you have to offer. So always remember this, if you remember nothing else, boundaries are not limitation, but they are the safe rail of life, a place where you could be safe to grow and become the best version of who you are. And guess what? You're the one that have to set those boundaries, and you're the one to have to stand on those boundaries. You cannot allow anyone to come in your life to remove those boundaries because they want to do what they want to do with you, whether with your mind, with your money, with your life, with your time. And they're, nah, we're going to do that. Nah, you set your boundaries and you stick to that boundary. This is the place where I'm going. This is my safe place. So if you want to go out there and be like a fly, like a bird, you do that. But you set the boundaries and you stand on the boundaries and don't allow anyone to kick your boundaries out the way for you to fulfill their thirst. Stop that. Okay? So next Friday, I am going to continue. I'm going to do part 2 on that. And I'm going to give you the reason why some of us do it. And some of us do it unconsciously. Because some of you do it, you think it's love. Some of you do it even with your family, with your kids. You just like, okay, whatever you want, whatever you say, and you think it's okay. It's not okay. I don't care if it's your spouse or if it's your children, if it's your family, it's not okay. Because you have a life on this earth that you have to live yourself. I wasn't born to make you or to fulfill your life and to fulfill what you want, but I was born to complement who you are. So that's mean you have to allow me to grow and develop in my boundary so I can complement you on this earth. That's why we are jointly fit together. I can't become you. I can't become what you want, but I can join you and complement who you are. So that means you keep your boundaries, I keep my boundaries, and let's complement each other. All right? So let's come back from out there all calling ourselves free. We're not free. We're not free at all. Because freedom is in your boundaries. Freedom is setting the boundary so you could be the best version of yourself. And some of us have not even tapped into that version of themselves because you're so busy being somebody else. You're so busy fulfilling everybody else's thirst. You haven't had time to go in and dig and see who you really are. So today is a perfect day to take a few minutes. What are my boundaries? Let me set them and let me make sure I keep them. And don't allow anyone to influence you to kill your boundaries. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a safe day today. And Friday, we're going to continue on this subject. Don't forget, coaching@josueenterprise.com if you have any question, but we are creating a place for you to ask questions. And I love to answer questions. That's what teachers do. They love questions. Okay? So you have yourself a great day. Happy Monday. Happy holiday. Thank you for joining me. Love y'all. Have a great day.